They had to lock all doors and windows every night because a deadly creature hunts at night.
Before we continue, please like this video. Please like this video. Hit the notification bell for more videos like this. Thank you.
In the beginning of the movie, a man named David can be seen running while carrying two babies, one on his back and the other on his hand. He ran with all his strength while panting. After running for some time, he finally ran out of the small city that he has been living. He looked to the direction of the city and saw that the city has been destroyed and smoke can be seen rising because of burnt houses. David carried the two babies and entered a cave. In the cave, he carried the two babies in his hand and told them to stop crying and that everything will be okay. 15 years later, the two babies has now grown up. One of them is Thomas and the other is Peter.
How long?
Thomas is calm and likes staying on his own doing research and studying things that he don't know, while Peter is hot-blooded and impulsive. They live deep in the forest. And they grew up with the fear of a dangerous animal that comes out every night. That day, as it was getting dark, Thomas, who was inside the house, called David, who was standing outside waiting for Peter to come back home. He told David that it is getting dark and that he should come inside the house. Just then, Peter, who went to work for a rich man who lives far from their house, ran back home with his full speed. David and Peter then ran inside the house and locked everywhere. David was mad at Peter for coming back late. He told him that he should stop going to work for the rich man again. Peter was angry and told him that he will not come back late again. After dinner, Thomas and Peter started playing chess. But just then they heard a loud bang on their door. Peter carried their lamb and went close to the door. As he got close to the door was hit again from the outside, startling Peter. Peter went to the door and started pushing it back so that the mysterious creature will not be able to open it. David also came and joined him in pushing the door. After hitting the door for some time and couldn't open it, the creature outside made some noise and everywhere became quiet. Peter and David then went back inside the house when they saw that the creature has left. Inside the house, Thomas was busy reading a book. Peter was angry with him for not helping them push the door. He went to Thomas and asked him why didn't he help them push the door, and Thomas replied that he is studying the behavior of the creature. He told them that the creature becomes more aggressive and desperate as time passes, and that it will not be long the creature will come out with full force and they will not be able to stop it, and that they have to find a way to stop the creature before it gets too late. The next day, David, Peter, and Thomas came out and saw that their door has been spoiled by the creature. David told them that they have work to do and they started repairing the door. He told them that they have to use a strong wood and repair the door so that the creature will not be able to break it again. As they were trying to repair the door, Thomas told David that he is tired and that he wants to rest. David told him to go rest and he left. Peter was angry and asked David why he always allowed Thomas to do anything he wants to do. David replied Peter that Thomas' talent is in science and that he is giving him time to go and study. Thomas went to his study room and continued studying. Just then David came in and asked him what he is doing, and Thomas replied that he is tired of being afraid of those mysterious creatures and that he wants to find a way to destroy that mysterious creature so that it will not disturb them again. David saw a spoiled old vehicle in the study room. He asked Thomas if the vehicle is working, and Thomas replied that he has repaired it and that it is now working. In the next scene, David can be seen teaching Thomas how to drive the vehicle. Peter was also in the back of the vehicle, but he was not trying to learn how to drive the vehicle. Instead, his mind was occupied with the thoughts of going to work for the rich man. After some time, Thomas gradually became perfect in riding the vehicle. Seeing that Thomas has learnt how to drive the vehicle, David sent them on an errand. He sent them to go and bring a strong wood that they will use and rebuild their door. The place was very far, and so he told them to go with the vehicle. He told Thomas to ride the vehicle and Peter should follow him so that they will be quick and come back before it gets dark. Peter told David that he wants to go and work for the rich man, but David told him that he should follow his brother and bring the strong wood and that he will not go to the rich man's house today. Peter reluctantly agreed and Thomas drove him to go and get the wood. On their way they had an argument and Thomas told Peter that he don't need his help and that he should go and do what he wants to do. Peter told him that it is true that he don't need his help. He told him that while coming back he should wait for him in this same spot so that they could go home together, and then he left. Thomas didn't like the idea, but Peter's already ran into the forest, and so he went alone. Peter went to the house of the rich man. They already know him, so would he open the gate for him. Peter went to the rich man's daughter and told her that he has come to finish his work. The rich man's daughter told him that there is no work to be done and that her father has already finished the work. Peter was disappointed and turned to leave, but the rich man's daughter called him back and lied to him that there is still work to do. Peter followed her, and she led him to a tree. When they got to the tree, she told Peter that the tree is where she played when she was little. Both of them started discussing, and Peter slowly forgot that he has to go home on time. Thomas went alone, and after getting the wood that he was asked to get, he put them in the vehicle and drove them back home. Peter and the rich man's daughter seemed to be having a good time. When Peter realized that it was getting dark, he told the rich man's daughter that he has to go home. The rich man's daughter was unwilling to part with him. She asked Peter if she could hug him for 10 seconds before he left, and Peter agreed. She hugged him and told him to promise that he will come back another day. Peter promised that he will come back another day, and then left. It was already getting dark, and so Peter ran with his full speed on his way. He hit his leg on stone and fell into a pit. Thomas waited for him on the place that they agreed to meet. When he saw that it was getting dark, he assumed that Peter has already gone home and then left for home. But when he got home, David, who was in their home, asked him about Peter, and he told him all that happened. David told Thomas to go inside the house and lock the door, and that he should not come out no matter what happened. And then he went into the forest to look for Peter. Inside the pit, Peter, who lost consciousness when he fell inside the pit, woke up and tried making fire with stone. Immediately he made fire, he saw the creature in front of him. Peter was scared and screamed. David, who has been looking for him, heard the scream and ran to the pit. He stood at the top of the pit and told Peter that he is coming to save him. David followed another way and entered the pit. When he got inside, he locked the way that he came in from so that the creature will not be able to come inside. But then he realized that the creature is digging the walls to enter. He told Peter to shift to the other end of the pit and then blew his hand together with the wall with an explosive. Back in their house, Thomas didn't lock the door and set a trap for the creature. The creature slowly opened the door and entered the house, thinking that Thomas was sleeping, but was caught by the trap. The next day, Thomas drove his vehicle and went to search for Peter and David. He saw them on the way, and David had been heavily injured. The two of them carried him into the vehicle and drove home. When they got him, Peter explained to him what happened. When he saw that Thomas captured one of those creatures, he released it and killed it out of anger. Peter went to the rich man's house again with the aim to get medicine from them. The rich man refused to give him medicine, and so he begged his daughter. The rich man's daughter couldn't refuse, and she sneakily gave Peter medicine. When Peter was about to run home, he was captured by the security of the rich man. One of the security has always been jealous of Per. They locked him up, and as they were about to kill him, the mysterious creature came out from the ground and started fighting them. The creature was many, and they overpowered and killed them all. Peter was saved by the rich man's daughter, who her parents has already been killed by the creature. Both of them escape and headed to Peter's house. Thomas has already noticed that the creature is coming with full force to kill them all, and he has been drafting a plan on how to kill all the creature when they come. Just then, he heard a knock on the door. When he saw that it was human, he opened the door. Peter explained to Thomas what happened at the rich man's house, and Thomas told him that the same thing is about to happen in their house too. David, who has been unconscious, woke up, and not long, many of the creature broke into their house. David told them to go ahead with Thomas' escape plan and that he will stall the creature. They didn't want to leave him behind, but David scolded them, and so they entered a box that Thomas has already prepared. An explosive that Thomas set in the house exploded, and it pushed the box outside while the whole house together with David and those creatures exploded. The next day, Thomas, Peter, and the rich man's daughter can be seen as they plan on how to build a new house since they have already killed those creatures. The end. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more videos like this. Thank you.